They say gravity is a constant, an invisible hand holding the universe together. But what if there was another, far stranger force at play on the diamond? Command yourself to observe the impossible consistency. Imagine the dust and heat of a desert night, a young player quietly rising through the minor league ranks, not with a burst of supernova brilliance, but with the steady, unwavering glow of a star already in its prime. This wasn't the typical prospect story of sudden fireworks and media frenzies. Instead, it was a methodical, almost geological process, a slow-burn emergence from the arid landscapes of Arizona baseball. From his very first steps onto a major league field, an unshakable resolve permeated his every action, a silent promise to deliver. He wasn't just showing up, he was building, brick by painstaking brick, a foundation so robust it would eventually redefine what it meant to be consistently elite. There was a deliberate, almost academic precision to his approach, as if each game, each at-bat, each defensive play, was a lesson to be mastered, then replicated with unwavering exactitude. This quiet dedication quickly set him apart, not as a flash-in-the-pan sensation, but as a future titan shaping his destiny one perfect swing and one flawless scoop at a time. The game itself seemed to bend to his will, not through brute force alone, but through an intelligent, almost elegant domination born of endless repetition and profound understanding. He was an anomaly, a phenomenon unfolding without a single theatrical flourish, simply a man executing his craft with unparalleled, almost unnerving consistency. Step into the batter's box with him, and you feel the calm before the storm, a quiet intensity that belies the violent act about to unfold. His stance is balanced, coiled, a testament to countless hours spent refining the kinetic chain of a perfect swing. When the pitch comes, there's no frantic lunge, no wasted motion, just an explosive, controlled rotation that sends baseballs screaming off his bat. This isn't just raw power, it's intelligent power, channeled precisely. He possesses an almost supernatural ability to make hard contact, rarely succumbing to the flailing swings that plague so many power hitters. In an era increasingly defined by launch angles and towering fly balls, Goldschmidt consistently maintained one of baseball's lowest infield pop-up rates, a subtle testament to his perfect barrel control and relentless hard contact. He sprays the ball to all fields with authority, turning routine singles into gap doubles and often launching majestic home runs that leave opposition pitchers shaking their heads in disbelief. But his offensive prowess isn't merely about hitting the ball hard, it's about understanding the entire plate appearance, the chess match with the pitcher. He has an uncanny eye, laying off pitches inches outside and fouling off borderline strikes until he gets the pitch he can drive. This patience transforms him from a mere slugger into an on-base machine, a catalyst for countless rallies. He consistently posts elite on-base percentages, ensuring he's a perpetual threat, always finding a way to get on base, always putting pressure on the defense. His approach is relentless, never wavering whether it's the first inning or the ninth, bases empty or loaded. He embodies the ideal offensive player, power, average, and patience, all wrapped into one, delivered with a methodical, almost surgical precision that is breathtaking to behold. Now, shift your focus to the defensive side, where Goldschmidt operates with the quiet grace of a predator. First base, often perceived as a position for lumbering sluggers, becomes a canvas for his subtle artistry. His footwork around the bag is impeccable, a dance of precision that secures even the wildest throws, turning sure errors into routine outs. He possesses an innate understanding of angles and trajectories, anticipating throws from across the diamond with uncanny accuracy. His glove is a vacuum, swallowing errant pitches and short hops with the ease of a magician making a coin disappear. He scoops balls from the dirt with such fluidity that you forget how difficult the play actually was, saving infielders from countless errors and pitchers from added stress. But his defense extends beyond the bag. He fields bunts like a third baseman, charging hard, framing the ball, and throwing on the run with remarkable accuracy, stifling small ball attempts with a quiet defiance. His arm strength, often overlooked for a first baseman, is surprisingly potent, enabling him to turn double plays and even occasionally throw out runners attempting to advance on throws to the plate. This isn't just about making plays, it's about commanding the entire right side of the infield, dictating the flow of the game with his presence. He directs traffic, positioning himself and his teammates with a quiet authority that speaks volumes, leading not with bombastic shouts, but with a calm, unwavering example. His defensive reliability is a comfort, a constant in a game of chaotic variables, allowing his entire infield to play with more confidence and aggressiveness. For years, Goldschmidt was the cornerstone of the Arizona Diamondbacks, a beacon of excellence in the scorching desert heat. He consistently put up MVP-caliber numbers, season after season, a testament to his unbreakable commitment to his craft. While team success often eluded the Diamondbacks, Goldschmidt's individual brilliance never dimmed. He amassed all-star appearances, Silver Slugger awards, and Gold Gloves with a relentless rhythm, each accolade a quiet declaration of his elite status. He played with a singular purpose, elevating those around him through his sheer will and consistent performance, earning the deep respect of teammates and opponents alike. Paul Goldschmidt, a player who would eventually boast the highest career OPS plus among all position players drafted in the 8th round or later since the MLB draft's inception, arrived without fanfare, a diamond buried deep. He was an anchor, a steady hand guiding the ship through tumultuous waters, always performing, always striving for more, even when the broader narrative wasn't in his favor. His consistency became legendary, a whispered fact among baseball aficionados who understood the rare beauty of his unwavering skill. He demonstrated an ability to produce at an elite level that few players in baseball history could match, doing so year after year, regardless of the supporting cast or the team's overall record. He didn't chase headlines, he simply performed at an incredibly high level, quietly building a Hall of Fame resume in plain sight, proving that true greatness doesn't always need the loudest announcement. Then came the seismic shift, a blockbuster trade sending him from the familiar desert landscapes of Arizona to the storied red brick of St. Louis, a city steeped in baseball tradition. For many players, a change of scenery, a new league, new teammates, and the immense pressure of a passionate fan base, could disrupt even the most consistent performer. But Goldschmidt was different. He didn't just adapt, he continued his reign of dominance, seamlessly integrating into a new clubhouse and becoming an immediate leader, not through overt commands, but through the sheer force of his unwavering example. The uniform changed, but the player remained a paradigm of excellence, his bat still producing prodigious power and his glove still making dazzling plays. The transition was flawless, a testament to his singular focus and unshakable mental fortitude, proving that his elite performance wasn't tied to any specific environment but was an inherent part of his being. He embraced the challenge, demonstrating once again that his consistency was not a fluke or a product of circumstances, but a deeply ingrained habit, a fundamental aspect of who he was as a player. The venerable Busch Stadium quickly became another stage for his quiet mastery, as he continued to etch his name into the annals of baseball history, proving that greatness, when it's truly genuine, transcends team colors and geographical boundaries. In the crucible of the 2022 season, everything converged, resulting in a masterpiece. Goldschmidt put together a campaign that transcended even his own lofty standards, a season for the ages that solidified his legacy as one of the game's all-time great first basemen. His bat was a constant weapon, driving in runs, hitting for power, and getting on base with an almost casual brilliance. He led the National League in nearly every major offensive category, a sustained assault on opposing pitchers that left them utterly bewildered. His off-season preparations, notoriously rigorous, once included specialized training alongside elite military personnel, forging a mental and physical resilience that bordered on the impenetrable. This wasn't merely a hot streak, it was a testament to years of dedicated refinement, a perfect symphony of power, plate discipline, and pure hitting acumen. Every at-bat felt significant, every defensive play impactful, as he lifted the Cardinals on his broad shoulders, carrying them deep into the postseason. His leadership, always present but rarely flamboyant, shone brightest. He led by example, working harder than anyone, preparing more meticulously, and performing with a quiet dignity that inspired his teammates. He taught them, without uttering a single preach, that true excellence is a relentless pursuit, a daily commitment to being better than yesterday. The MVP award he earned that year wasn't just a recognition of his incredible statistics, it was an acknowledgement of his entire ethos, the culmination of a decade spent perfecting his craft, a validation of the quiet, unwavering consistency that had defined his entire career. It was the moment the world truly caught up to what those who watched him closely had known for years. Paul Goldschmidt wasn't just good, he was one of the very best. But the MVP season was not an end point, it was merely another chapter in an ongoing saga of unwavering excellence. In a sport famous for its peaks and valleys, for the fleeting nature of individual brilliance, Goldschmidt remained an unyielding mountain range. His production never drastically dipped, his defensive prowess never faded, his leadership never waned. He became the gold standard for reliability, the player every manager wished they had, a foundational piece upon which entire franchises could be built. He didn't chase trends or reinvent his game, he simply honed what was already an exceptional talent, making subtle adjustments that kept him ahead of the curve. Younger players entering the league looked to him as a blueprint, an example of how to not just survive but thrive for an extended period in the brutal landscape of professional baseball. He defied the aging curve, maintaining his athleticism and power well into his 30s, a testament to his unparalleled work ethic and intelligent preparation. He embodies the often understated power of consistency, proving that the most impactful achievements are often not the loudest, but the most steadfast. Here lies the paradox, the true secret of Paul Goldschmidt. His most astonishing trick was never a superhuman catch, a walk-off grand slam, or a dazzling stolen base, though he delivered all of them. His real magic lay in the absence of the dramatic failure, the utter refusal to falter when others would. It wasn't a single, isolated peak that defined him, but the plateau, the unyielding plane of elite performance that stretched for years. In a game of volatile swings and crushing slumps, his almost eerie regularity, his relentless daily commitment to a high standard, made him an anomaly, a statistical impossibility come to life. He was a whisper in a world of shouts, yet his impact was a roar. The awe isn't for a single moment, but for the countless, perfect moments that compounded into an unbreakable, beautiful whole. His career isn't a highlight reel, it's a meticulously crafted, perfectly executed epic. And that's just one of them.